Hello and welcome to this week's video and welcome to my channel. It is currently Monday morning and it's not a good day already. It is actually a good day. It's the day that the scaffolding is going up on the house and we are starting the build on the chimney stack. So that's very positive, but obviously it's deeply triggering to Finn. So Finn has been already barking and being quite nervous because he hears the noises outside. He hears the men just kind of, climbing up and down. But later today it will be just the bricklayer, so it will be just one person. But still, it is something he is very conscious of. He is my, livestock guardian dog, so it is his role to do that. So we'll have to survive it. So yeah, I did pick up the camera over the weekend, but somehow managed to delete the kind of clip where I filmed the intro to this video. But yeah, weekend was really lovely. On Saturday we did 8-mile walk. It was like a circular kind of walk in the county and visited Bolingbroke Castle. That was really nice. We took a picnic with us because there's no kind of cafe or pub on the way. So Finn was absolutely exhausted in the later afternoon and evening, which was really nice. It's nice to sometimes give him this kind of option of really long exercise. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. It's like 6:45 in the morning and I'm up and I'm ready for the hike. It is kind of low 20s this morning, so I'm going legs out but cover top half just in case it's a bit chilly in the morning because we're starting the walk really early because of the dogs. And then if I get really warm, I can always roll up my sleeves. But you know me by now, I like to be covered, not necessarily for modesty reason. I don't like flash out that much, but mostly because I am a ginger with fair skin, so I like to cover in front of the sun as much as possible. And yeah, I have my husband's socks. So he loved his socks. It was his favorite thing, getting new socks. And if you could see his face, how giddy he was when he put new socks on. It was always my favorite thing to watch when his face lit up. He loved the feeling of new socks. So he had kind of couple that were completely unused. So I discovered them recently. And this is one pair. So he had so many very colorful socks because he was very classy in a sense. It was always shirt, kind of like a quarter zip jumper or gilet and chinos. So he expressed himself in his socks. So he had these are spares. So it's spelled like pairs, like a pairs of socks, but with an S in front of it. And they're very comfy, very good quality. And they come in sets of many, but you can have muted ones, you can have very colorful ones. So there's a pack of maybe 7, one for every day of the week. And they're very primary colors, like red, green, blue, yellow, orange, these kind of very vibrant socks. So yeah, I'm wearing these, and then just for it's very boring on the top. And then my new walking shoes, so hopefully they're very comfy, but I literally need to head out in 2 minutes, so I will finish packing. I am taking my trusty Eastpak, which is very comfy. It fits a lot. It is actually my husband's. This was his commuting to the office in London backpack. And yeah, time to go. and the weather was perfect. It was only like around 22 degrees, and constantly kind of sun was coming out in and out all day, so it wasn't really hot for the dogs, which is not the case now. This week we are again hitting the heat wave, so walks need to be short and very measured, I would say. So yeah, so that's that was Saturday, and then on Sunday I started some DIY around the house, kind of painting little bits of walls around windows, anywhere where I can see scuffs. And it always takes forever because I do it properly. I don't know why. I like put stain blockers and then a couple of layers and then emulsion paint, and it takes forever to get it right. So that was my Sunday, and I also had to finish a book that I checked out from library, and there's a massive queue on it, so I couldn't extend it. It's called Yesteryear, and I think everyone and their dog has read it by now. It's very popular on social media, but I just was very meh about it. That's why I sped through it in one day. I think I read maybe the first 200 pages like for forever. Like it took maybe 2 weeks to read 200 pages, which I read other books in between, but I was not at all in it. And then I was like, okay, I need to finish it this weekend. So I literally spent like 150 pages in one day, and it was okay. It's just, I think if it wasn't about an Instagram influencer, no one would read it. But because it's a, social media kind of setting, and it's promoted in social media, it's kind of like it's a big thing. So I read it. I'm glad that I did, but I wouldn't recommend. Like, it's not highbrow literature whatsoever. And there's a twist, but I kind of knew the twist, and I kind of guessed it anyway. So that was my Sunday. And now, we are on Monday. We are starting a new work week, and I I didn't plan it, but last week and a half ago, we decided at work to do kind of like a mini get together for all of the UK staff in the team, because it's quite a lot of us. And by now, and we have a lot of new people coming in, so we decided to kind of like get together, onboard some of the newer staff, and kind of realign, strategize, plan for the fiscal, etc. So I'm going to Oxford tomorrow midday. So I will spend the heat wave basically on a train or in Oxford. So I'm leaving midday Tuesday and coming back really late Thursday. So I might miss most of the chimney stack rebuild. I don't know if it will be finished by Thursday, but it will certainly be almost finished. So that's interesting. So I need to speak to the bricklayer about this, that it's basically just today and tomorrow morning, but I will be busy tomorrow morning, obviously taking Finn to Borders and finishing packing, etc. So I will not be that available. So it's just basically today. If he needs anything from me today, that's his last chance, because I will disappear for 3 days almost. So it'll be interesting to travel in such a heat wave. It is now a couple hours later, and Finn has been actually a really good boy. After a while, when he got into kind of the knowledge that they are not coming in and they are just outside, he actually calmed down and slept in the living room, so he was a good boy. So they were here only up until like midday, because it's absolutely a scorcher outside. It's really like 30 degrees again. So they managed to take down the whole chimney stack. And they said it wasn't hard at all. It most of the chimney stack they could literally just pick up by hand. It was in that kind of disrepair. So now my job is to go into a shop and pick up a cowl. I'm learning all of this kind of terminology that I will immediately forget. Chimney cowl. So like these are like the little caps on top of the chimney kind of flue. So yeah, I used to have two Victorian cowls, and you are allowed to have them if you have them retrospectively. But for like new regulations, you should have more kind of open ones and like specific ones that are designed for solid fuel, so coal or fire or like wood. So obviously, whilst they're there, I said that I will change them to like a modern ones. So I ordered them and I'm going to pick them up now. They're kind of like, they just protect the top of the chimney from like direct rain, and especially from birds getting into your chimney. From birds getting into your chimney and, you know, getting like rubbish down the chimney, etc. So yeah, so I'm getting that, and work hasn't been disrupted at all because they did not have to use any heavy machinery. But tomorrow they're coming to build it back up. So it should go really quickly. Obviously, I said I'm here only until midday. They're absolutely fine with it. So they will rebuild it tomorrow. And then Wednesday, there should be a guy coming to do flashing around the chimney. So that's a different person. And that person will be doing some extra work on the neighbor's roof because they have a few loose tiles, etc. So the neighbor is taking that opportunity, like that landlord is taking that opportunity to fix his roof whilst we have a scaffolding up. And hopefully the scaffold should come down on Friday. But yeah, I'm very impressed by this smelly one. It's the end of the workday, and instead of packing and getting ready for the trip tomorrow, I've decided to defrost the freezer, which I was talking about for ages. So I'm currently, you can see a little bit in the corner, I'm currently cooking chicken soup. So I have probably 5 or 6 chicken legs just boiling, just without anything, in the water for a couple of hours to get like a nice delicious stock out of this. And then I'll put veg, noodles, and make a delicious chicken soup because, like I said previously, I like to come home to home cooked meal. So I'm making this for tonight, but also for the night when I come back from my travel, and also maybe for the following day, just to give myself some breather and I don't have to cook. So I'm doing that, but that was the last meat in the freezer that was frozen for a couple of weeks, months, and I wanted to get it done. So now in the freezer there are only like a few bits of veggies. There's obviously ice, but I'll just bin it, and some frozen fruit that I want to still make jam out of. But that is okay. These things do not like go bad if they kind of lose temperature. So I'll show you what I normally do. I've been eating some very obscure things in the past maybe 3 weeks. So yeah, I was resisting to go to basically do my Ocado shop for most of the like for the last 3 weeks because I really wanted to eat out my freezer and fridge and my pantry as well, just to kind of restock again, because certain things have been there for a couple months, and started feeling a bit uncomfortable about how much of it is there, and also like how long it's been there. So yeah, my cooking has been impacted quite a lot, but I feel like I've done quite well at like basically cooking out of scratch and quite varied meals that I would normally never cook because I would never put them together. Like I would never put some ingredients together, but it's been quite eye-opening how much creativity I have in me when it comes to cooking, because my husband was the cook in the family. I can cook, I just don't like it. It's not my passion. So it was always his hobby, so I let him do it. But obviously he's not here, so I started cooking again, and I felt like it was a chore, but this showed me how much capable I am when it comes to just improvising and trying to find, recipes out of nothing almost. So yeah, so I managed to eat it out, especially all of the meat, like I said, and now I can clean and restock again. So that's the most important. Like basically when I come the following week after I come back from my trip, I will do a proper shop, like restocking everything from scratch, rebuilding my freezer, and that will be fun. And I will know that I've done it and it's clean. I probably defrosted maybe, I want to say just kind of before Christmas. So I kind of stick to every half a year. And I think it's working. Like it's not such a build-up like it could be. But yeah, all of you who have amazing new fridges and you just kind of press the button and it just does it automatically. I'm jealous. We did not have an option of that kind of fridge because we had to put it into a certain measurement of the cupboard. So, and then we wanted kind of matte black. So once we kind of narrowed that down in the kind of UK market, what was on offer, we literally had two options. This one, and then this exact same model, but with a kind of cold water and ice dispenser. But I don't drink icy water, only occasionally when it's really hot. And for those 2-3 weeks in the year, I am okay just putting a little tray of ice into my freezer. And for the water, again, I don't really like freezing cold water, especially in winter. And I also know that that's the bit of a fridge that breaks the first often. So yeah, so we opted out for this one. And unfortunately, this one didn't have the self-cleaning kind of defrosting setting. So I'm still stuck in doing it the old way. Best ice cream there is. It is now Tuesday in the morning and I just dropped off Finn at the Borders again. I feel quite guilty about it because it's just about, I think, a month since my Arizona trip, and now I'm going on a trip again, so I feel on a work trip, so I feel quite guilty, but such is life. I now have higher responsibilities at the company, but also like high expectations from me, and we're kind of pulling a lot of colleagues together to be in one spot all at once, which never happens because we all work remotely, or at least most of us do. So I felt like I couldn't say no, and I wouldn't say no. Like I said in my previous video, I'm now like a yes woman. So Finn was dropped off, and I just did the last minute kind of tidy up, hoovering the floors. I like to kind of come home to as clean house as possible. And yeah, like pack the last minute bits, like, chargers and laptops and all that. And now I am about to get ready because I'm now in my just kind of casual t-shirt, whatever I was wearing yesterday evening to go on a dog walk. I just put it back on this morning, so just jeans and t-shirt. But yeah, I am getting dressed, and then I have a taxi to pick me up and take me to the train station, which I normally would walk. It's like a good 25 minutes walk, but because it's a business trip, so I can expense that, and I just want to look as fresh as possible throughout the journey, and getting to the destination, I feel like I have to take taxi, and just because it's currently 30 degrees today, and it will be up to 35-6 degrees down south, so that will be interesting. I just hope and pray that the trains run fine and there are no disruptions on the railway. There will be. I'm so prepared for it, because the heat and British Railways do not go together. But yeah, I'm hoping that it'll be fine, and I'll just get there. And I've organised a dinner with a few of my colleagues to go out for a lovely meal tonight, because some of us are coming a bit earlier because we have a longer journey. So we're coming a day ahead. So I said to all of the incomers to come and join me for dinner. And yeah, that would be lovely. It's always a pleasure to be around people, and I've realized that over time. When I used to, obviously, when I was with my husband, I did not feel the need to be surrounded by lovely people, not people in general, just lovely people that mean something to me. Because I had everything I needed in him. He was my friend, my love of my life. He was the biggest supporter. He was everything in one. So I did not feel the need. But obviously now I'm alone, and I spend a lot of time at home, or just alone in general. So I do appreciate getting together with people. And after the Arizona trip, I feel less anxious about it. And it's only in the UK, it's not like international long trip. So I'll be back really late on Thursday evening. So it should be fine. But yeah, so that's the plan. And I was hoping to find some dress, because obviously it will be so hot outside, but also we're spending time in air-conditioned office. So I was trying to find some dress that would fit something like this, or two dresses, but I couldn't find anything. So I'm when I say I couldn't find anything, I just do, me, I just do charity shops or secondhand. I don't shop new unless it's something specific, usually outerwear or shoes. But I still sometimes buy secondhand shoes. I don't have a problem with that, especially if they are leather. I only use leather. but yeah, I don't buy new, so I couldn't find anything appropriate. I found one dress that actually was £1. It was in a discount section, and I couldn't let it go. And it was size 10. I'm size 8. But I took it home and it actually fits. Like, I'm quite unsure if it doesn't like snatch me in, but it fits. But it's a bit of kind of like a late summer, early autumn coloring, in a sense that it's black with it's black, but with a lot of flowers, like big flowers. So it doesn't it's not overwhelming black, because I don't suit black. I think 90% of people don't suit black. But I thought that would be lovely maybe for the Washington trip that I'm doing in September. But for now, it's a height of summer, 35, 6 degrees. It wouldn't look appropriate, but I did take that. And then I found this magnificent mug. It's beautifully pink. I'm not a pink lover, but it's beautifully pink with flowers outside, inside, on the handle, and it is massive. Like you can see in comparison to my head, it's absolutely ginormous. And when I drink, it covers most of my face. It's wonderful. So yeah, it's absolutely it literally is the size of the Sports Direct mug. If you know, you know. If you're in the UK, you probably have encountered Sports Direct mug. I absolutely loathe them. I don't like the look of them. I don't like the kind of waste of them, that customers have just sent them out, and most of us don't use them. But I love the size, especially for tea. And I don't mean British tea. I mean like tisane, so herbal teas, different infusions. I want a big mug. I don't want just like a standard 250 to 300 mils. I want like a pint, basically. This is a pint, 660 mil, basically, approximately. And it's wonderful. So I've already had a couple teas in it, and I absolutely love it. I'm not a mug person. I don't collect mugs. I find crockery can become quite out of control very quickly. If you start buying like, oh, I like this bowl, I like this plate, I like this mug, you end up having loads, and obviously your kitchen space does not grow. So then you have to kind of cull, and I don't like this kind of wasteful nature of materialistic goods and people just spending money just to then bin something or pass it on really quickly. I'm quite, I don't know, I'm really good with my money. I have to be, but I also don't like waste. Food waste is absolutely no for me. I absolutely hate food waste. But I also hate wasting any resources. So yeah, but this one just fills my need for a big mug for amazing teas, because I'm a tea drinker. I have at least 1 or 2 a day, and I don't mean British tea. Like, I drink English breakfast as well, but when I talk about teas, I often drink like tisanes, and I have 1 or 2 a day, even in like a height of summer when it's really hot. And when it's really cold, I might have like a 5 a day. It's my main kind of drink in winter. So yeah, so I got that, and now it's time for me to get dressed, do something with this hair. I don't, like, part of me wants to look good, but part of me does not want to sweat like all of it off on like a 4-hour journey. So I think I would just get dressed, and then no makeup, just SPF, and then do the journey. And when I arrive, I hope to have like 45 minutes to myself to maybe change the top to something fresher for dinner, and then I can put makeup on or wash my hair or whatever when I'm there. So yeah, I don't think I need to waste my energy doing it just for a couple trains down south. So yeah, I'll hopefully document some of it. Again, it is a business trip. I am around colleagues all the time, so I won't be able to share much, but if there's anything interesting, I'll share with you. And welcome to Oxford. So I am in my hotel room. I had the world's quickest shower, but I needed it. Like, there was no way I could just change and go for dinner. So I'm going for dinner to Oxford with my colleague. We're supposed to be two, but one bailed out last minute because she was not feeling well. That's okay. But yeah, I need to have dinner anyway, so like I'm going either way. But yeah, another colleague said she's happy to come. So I had the world's quickest shower, and now I have 35 minutes before I need to leave. But yeah, I literally washed my hair, had amazing shower because the trains were so sticky. It was incredible. It was absolutely disgusting to be on a non-air conditioned train. They're supposed to be air conditioned, but every time when the weather turns, it's always like, oh, the air conditioning is broken, like miraculously, isn't it? But yeah, I've made it in one piece, so I literally just couldn't speak to anyone. I jumped in the shower, had the most loveliest shower there is, and I just do now my ritual, which is I didn't show you in Arizona, but I did it there. I always iron my clothes, and I prefer to look really nice. So I always pull everything out of my suitcase and iron it if it needs ironing, and if it doesn't, that's fine. And then I hang it on hangers that they provide in like the full outfit. So I'm wearing skirts and shirts, so all of it will be just kind of hanging on one hanger together, so I don't have to think about it in the morning. It's all prepared for me, it's all laid out nicely, it's all ironed and ready to just put on after breakfast, so I can after shower, so I can just go grab breakfast, and it's then go all day. So yeah, I prefer to do it that way whilst I still have energy, whilst I still didn't sit down, or like had dinner or a drink, whilst I still I'm not fresh at all, but but I will still have that momentum going. All done. This is me. Face is done. Just a little bit of mascara. Hair's blow dry as much as I can bear in this heat. And then, yeah, the blouse, jeans, And then my trusty Chatham loafers that I've had for ages, and they've seen better days, but they're very comfy for traveling. So let's have some dinner. Back in the hotel. It is exactly 10 on the dot. And I am so tired, but it was so much fun. Yeah, my colleague that said yes and rescued me tonight, she is new to our team. She's been with the company for quite a while, but she's new to me. I met her only like a month ago for the first time, so it was really nice to get to know her. And yeah, we had lovely dinner in authentic Korean place, and it was absolutely delicious and also cheap. Like, Oxford is expensive, but the quality of options that you get here for the money that you can go for like cheaper, and it's still really high quality, and like it's very authentic, which we don't have in Midlands, or at least not in East Midlands, where I currently live. So yeah, it is absolutely amazing. And then we went to wine bar and had a cocktail, and it was again cheap. I was even saying to the bartender, like, nothing is under tenner where I live. So yeah, I've had absolutely amazing evening, and now I'll get ready, wash, and try to catch some sleep because it's very early morning tomorrow. Breakfast start at 6:30, and I will try to aim for like 6:37 so I can finish eating, not be rushed, still come upstairs and like pack the last bits, and then have time to order Uber and yeah, take it from there. Good morning. It is Wednesday morning and I'm up and ready to get breakfast. I have like 5 minutes to get down, and yeah, I'm wearing the shirt that a lot of people complimented in my last video, and then skirt because it's supposed to be 34 degrees. So I like to be a bit more like a business on the top. I can always roll up my sleeves. Also air conditioning in the office when you're sitting down. Yeah, I can get cold. And then just a long line skirt. Okay, I think I'm appropriately dressed for 34 degrees outside. But yeah, let's have some breakfast. Good morning. I just woke up, and what a night. It was really bad. So yesterday evening, it happened to me before, and I knew that it would be bad, but yesterday evening we went for dinner to the Ivy. It's, beautiful setting. It's a really nice place for kind of a upmarket brunch or dinner, and I ordered I didn't even order starter. I ordered like a nibbles, which were like a zucchini fritti, and I didn't finish it. Then I ordered a Korean kind of salad, so it was a little bit of chicken, rice, and then a lot of salad leaves. Again, I didn't finish it, but I felt full, and I am not a person that eats a lot, and especially dinner. I'm more of a lunch kind of girl. Lunch is the main meal of the day for me, culturally, and also like what my body really needs. So I really wanted dessert because I didn't have a sweet treat in the afternoon in the office. So I was constantly toying with that idea. I should have a dessert. And then I literally said to people, I don't think I can physically do it. But then the colleagues around me that knew that I really wanted dessert just said, oh, we're ordering dessert. Like, so I felt like I should because I said it. So kind of like the peer pressure got to me, and I ordered, it was like a white chocolate bomb. I took a video of it, and it was Wimbledon inspired because obviously Wimbledon is still happening, and it was delicious. And I was absolutely fine. I felt like full, but okay. And then I came to the hotel room, and then it came to sleeping. Like we came back like maybe, I don't know, 11:15. So I went to bed maybe 11:30. And I just couldn't sleep. My body kept me up because I was so uncomfortable. Like to the point that I just, at some point, it's TMI, but at some point I went to the toilet and I thought I would throw up. And I didn't. And I almost wish my body just allowed me to give up and throw up so I would feel a bit more settled, but it didn't, and I couldn't. I just couldn't fall asleep, and I had to kind of almost lie on the bed quite elevated, so because if I lied down the food would just come up, and I just felt absolutely horrendous and couldn't fall asleep for ages. And then I managed to fall asleep probably around 1:30 to 2, and it's now just past 6, and my stomach feels like poisoned. And I'm supposed to go for breakfast in like 40 minutes. And I also know it's kind of like the mental arithmetic. Like, I really don't want to go to breakfast because I feel absolutely stuffed and uncomfortable still. But if I don't go for breakfast, there is no meal until lunch. And I might feel absolutely hungry and like empty in the office. So I don't know what to do. I think I will go to breakfast, have coffee, and maybe like take a piece of fruit maybe with me. So I'll take like an apple or banana with me to the office because I just can't. So yeah, that was a bit of a fail. And also we have a massive lunch ordered. We're going to some kind of local pub for lunch, and we were supposed to pre-order food because it's a bigger group of us going. So the pub wanted to know numbers and wanted to like be prepared for the volume of people coming. So I ordered arancini balls for starter, and then steak and chips with peppercorn sauce for lunch, and I'm looking forward to it. But if I honestly now think about it, I feel absolutely sick. I just can't eat like this. I don't know what's wrong with me. Other people just seem to be absolutely fine, but my body is just panicking. I don't have a stomach big enough. Oh, so yeah, fun time. Up and ready. I feel a bit better after taking a shower and just making myself feel like a human again. This is what I'm wearing today. Very summery again. Just kind of like a silky blouse, and then this beautiful kind of it's coming up very like a buttery yellow on the camera, but it's more kind of a lemon yellow skirt, and it's very twirly and it's very comfy. And I just need to be very cognizant of the fact that it's not only office day, it's also travel back day. So I will be on a train or different trains for 4 hours in 34-degree heat today. So I want something comfy and flowy, and I might change my top to a short sleeve that I had for dinner with my colleague the first night. If I feel that it's just too much, obviously I will be rolling up my sleeves eventually as the day goes. But yeah, I thought if anything, I can just always put that on. And yeah, I will go to the breakfast. We'll have coffee, probably a little bit of yogurt and fruit, just to be smart, put something in my belly, but not something like filling, very light. And yogurt hopefully will just help me to just calm down my belly. Hello, it's currently 10 to 10 in the evening and I just arrived home. I'm so tired, and as you can see, very sweaty. It's been a journey. It's been very difficult, and I just feel so alone. I haven't felt like this in a really long time. So I seem to be crying every video now. It is like, it's been over 34 degrees today. So obviously trains had cancellations, had delays. So something that was supposed to be almost 4-hour train has been almost 6-hour train, or like 2 trains. So my first train had delays, then like throughout the journey, more and more delays. I missed my connection, had to wait for over an hour for a connection. It was after 7 p.m. by then, because the first train took so long to get me to the midpoint, that I walked, because I had over an hour, I walked around the train station and nothing was open. So I'm starving. There were no like cafes or like anything in the station. Everything shut either at 5 or 7. So I'm waiting for the next train, get on a train, tell myself it's okay, you're almost there, you just need to wait it out for 2 hours and you'll be home. So I arrive to the train station here in my town and there are no taxis. There are literally no taxis at the taxi rank. So I pull out my phone and I try like the app of our local, very reliable taxi firm, and it just says nothing available for this location. So I even tried Uber, knowing that Uber doesn't operate here, but sometimes there are kind of like a rogue places where they kind of take you, nothing. So it's, just around 9:30 in the evening. It's still 31 degrees. You have 2 heavy bags and you have only one choice, and that's to walk. So I walked it home for almost 30 minutes. I'm so tired. I'm so hungry. I'm so hot. The bags were so heavy, and you always say, like, I'm so strong, and I am, because I have to be. So I get myself home reliably one way or another, but it really sucks that I have to. That I don't get a break. I always have to be the strong one out, and I can't rely on anyone in this world because, I don't have a family here. I tried to build a family, but that fell apart and my husband died. And obviously by then it's like 9:30 in the evening, so you can't just call friends to pick you up. And even if they did, they all live in like villages, so it would take them a long time, like almost half an hour, to get to the station, to then, you know, take me home in a taxi, like as a taxi. So it wasn't worth it. So I just had to pull my big girl pants on and just make it one way or another. And it really sucks. It really sucks. I'm smiling through it because otherwise I would not be able to talk through it. Anyway, I came home. I have nothing to eat. Everything is either frozen in the freezer or I don't have anything fresh because I haven't been home for over 3 days. So I think the best course of action is to just go to bed, shower, and go to bed and hope for a better day tomorrow. So yeah, that gives you the reality check that not everything is just peachy here. I have moments where I feel so incredibly alone. And like I have to be always strong and rely only on myself in on this whole planet. And yeah. Oh, it is awful. Anyway, so I'll finish this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it has some kind of reason making these videos, because I seem to be losing subscribers left, right, and center. So obviously it's not a content that you would like to see. And yeah, it is like obviously Thursdays, and tomorrow I have to work, and I have to work quite a long time because I have to catch up on everything that I couldn't do because I was away for work. So I'll have an intense day at work, and I hope you appreciate it. I hope it's worth doing, and yeah, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.